Welcome to Faith Adventures with the Engel family. I am Josh, and I have my two oldest daughters with me, Sophia and Zoe. Sorry, it's a reverse of the camera. We are filming this live. It's about 2 in the afternoon in the DR in the capital city. And we're currently in the cold season in the middle of December, and the average temperature has been in the mid 80s. With a slight breeze, and we've seen people walking around with sweatshirts and long pants and basically telling us it's cold outside. The only aspect of this that's been cold is a couple times when it rained, and it rained for about 20 to 30 minutes, but it was so hot before it rained that it was actually refreshing.
It was so refreshing.
My girls wanted to share a couple of things that stood out to them. I'm first going to ask Zoe. Zoe, what was one of your favorite or most unique experiences so far? We've been in the DR about seven days now.
I guess so we went we went to go do street evangelism, and we were walking and we heard this music, and so it turned out that they were worshiping the demons and stirring up black and white magic. So we just prayed over that, and it was just definitely a different experience for me.
Yeah, the very interesting thing about that is as our team gathered on the corner across from the street, the more we prayed, the louder their music got. And so we just decided to worship and pray a little more intensely. And as we were doing that, they actually completely stopped what they were doing. And then you could just feel a change in the atmosphere in the place. How about you, Zoe? Sophia, what was one of your favorite experiences so far?
I think one of my favorite experiences was when, it was just last night, when we had dinner and we celebrated Hanukkah the last night. And that was really fun because we hadn't really been able to celebrate this entire time, but normally we do. And the challah bread was delicious.
Yeah, they did have good challah bread, yeah. And last night was the last night of Hanukkah, and so we got to sit around the table with our team and the pastor's family we were with and celebrate Hanukkah. You might hear some honking and some other noises since we're outside of our apartment hotel. And one of the things we've learned about the Dominican people is when driving, they love to honk their horn. It's not anything mean or vicious, it's just letting you know that they're there, because they try to fit as many vehicles as they can on one part of the street. So it's just kind of hey, do you see me? I'm right next to you. So, any other things you liked? One of the things we got to do is we got to drink right out of a fresh coconut water, and that was fun. A little different from our experience in Brazil where they put a straw in the coconut. This one, they just cut a hole and you just drink it. So, a couple of other fun things is we've got to meet a lot of really neat people. The Dominican people are very friendly. They're very kind. They're very loving. They're very generous. And it's been a great time this last week. We're going to spend another 7 weeks here, and hopefully every week we'll get on and share a little bit about what we've learned and seen and experienced. The beginning of our time here, we did go to one of the beaches and baptize some of the students in the ocean water, and that was a lot of fun. We've done, Zoe was saying, a lot of street evangelism. We've also cleaned up a couple streets in some of the worst parts of the city where there's been a lot of murder and there's a lot of drug dealing and a lot of other things going on that I'm not going to mention. And there's just trash covered all over the streets and rubble. And so we actually cleaned up the sidewalks and helped them reestablish some palm trees. And one of the corners, they actually put a sign that says, "Please don't throw trash here. This has become a prayer altar to the Lord." And weekly, and maybe I think even daily, a couple people from the church will go and pray in that place. And they kind of saw the cleaning of the sidewalks. There's a kind of a number of vehicles letting everybody know that they're by each other. But they were praying there and cleaning it up as a prophetic sign of what's going to happen and what has been happening in the neighborhood as the presence of God overcomes that place. And so we shared the gospel in those areas after we cleaned up the street and done a lot of kids services, done a lot of evangelism, like I was sharing, and just been a lot of neat interactions and neat experiences. In fact, some of the students had a really neat experience with one of the guys who was coming up the stairs to the hotel, and he gave his life to the Lord instead of killing himself. He decided to give his life to Jesus, and it really was a game changer for him. And it was the night before he was going to leave, and the only reason why he interacted with a couple of our students was because they stayed home sick. And so it's just was a neat reminder that no matter what's going on, no matter what your situation, God can use you when you're willing to be obedient. And what might seem like a setback to you is actually God setting you up to be in a place for a victory and a breakthrough to come for yourself or someone else. So I just want to leave you with that little encouragement, and I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and we look forward to sharing more with you soon. All right, blessings.
Bye.